Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. This week there has been a lot of focus, particularly from the opposition, on the issue of child poverty, and it is very welcome. I understand from my communications with the community, people are very concerned about child poverty, very concerned about inequality, and want this House and the parliamentary process to address this. They want the government to provide solutions and to make the choices that will put our children first in all the decisions that are made. What I've heard most is great disappointment at the dismissive and arrogant attitude of government in relation to this issue. The community wants to see much better quality leadership than the National Party is providing to the country on this important issue. It shows that the National Party does not put children as a priority, that they are not prepared to engage in a rational and sensible debate on what can be done to resolve child poverty in this country. Child poverty is not a given in New Zealand.
I apologise to the member speaking. I hate to interrupt a 5-minute speech, but members interjecting across the House in front of the member speaking is so discourteous. I ask members to desist, please.
Speaker, child poverty is not a given in this country. It is not a natural condition, and we do not need to tolerate any aspect of child poverty in this country. We can choose something different. We can choose to eliminate it by choosing where we put the resources of this country. Now, there have been a number of reports that have come out over the last few weeks. The Every Child Counts report on the Netherlands study showed a very interesting comparison that if in the Netherlands, if you take an investment approach to children when they are very young, you reap the rewards. Now, New Zealand has a very low investment in New Zealand children and children here, something like half of the OECD average that is spent for those under sixes. But in other countries where there has been significant investment in those little children and the babies, there has been significant cost savings and social savings as a result. We know that the cost to New Zealand of child poverty is in the range of $6 to $8 billion a year. That is a cost this country cannot afford. So why do we not then take some leadership and invest in the babies and the kids when they are very young? Now, that is some of the sets of solutions that have been put forward by the expert advisory group on child poverty formed by the Children's Commissioner. Now, the Children's Commissioner's advisory group has produced a very comprehensive set of solutions that they are consulting with the community so people can have an input into it as they want to do. But we need government to be taking it seriously. And all we have heard since that report came out is constant derision at the solutions that are being proposed. No engagement in the practical aspects of that. And one of the interesting questions is around universalism, and I have asked a number of questions today and yesterday about this issue and will continue to do so, that if we are prepared to say that older people are entitled to a life of dignity and a basic income to keep them out of poverty, why do we not say that about our youngest babies? Why are our babies allowed to languish in severe poverty? 20% of New Zealand's children are living in severe poverty in this country, and this government chooses to allow that to happen. They choose that because they refuse to engage with a discussion on how we can support those babies when they need it the most, support those families when they need it the most. Now, the expert advisory group has suggested a universal provision until the children are aged 6, so investment in those little babies when they need it the most, and then targeted provision until those kids are 17. It is a rational, sensible, modest approach to child investment, and yet this government won't even engage in the discussion. They won't engage in the discussion about where we choose to put our resources. Now, New Zealanders make a contribution to this country every day through their taxes, through their hours of community service, through all of the work that they do, and they deserve to have a rational response back to them. They deserve to have services that assist them when they need it. And these are the solutions that are provided in this report. Solutions for child poverty go a very long way to identifying those solutions and what could be done. What does the government do? They have effectively thrown it away. being dismissive and arrogant in their response. Now, there's still the opportunity for government to choose different. There is still the time for government to take a considered view of this report, to look at the solutions and to engage with political parties and politicians across the board and with the community and with the experts to look at what is possible. We ask the government to take this report seriously and to engage in the child poverty issues seriously.
The
Please.
Honourable Stephen Joyce.